Have you ever shared something hard about your child, your home, your exhaustion, your fear, and someone responded with, well, everything happens for a reason, and suddenly you weren't comforted, you were quiet? That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the things people say to neurodivergent families, the little comments, the well-meaning advice, the at least, the everything happens for a reason, the God only gives special children to special parents. And here's the complicated part. Most people are not trying to hurt us. A lot of them are trying to help. But sometimes the words that are meant to comfort us actually make us feel more alone.
Welcome. We are here, Laugh, Cry, Rage, Repeat. Thank you for joining us again.
Mm-hmm.
We are having a vulnerable moment tonight.
We are.
Right?
Yeah.
We're going to tell stories that
It brought us some stuff for us.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to do a little bit of a sage thing before we started. Yeah. So if it's okay, I'll start with my story.
Yeah, absolutely. I love your stories, Kim.
Okay. Well, it's not a nice one. Well, it's kind of whatever. A friend of mine was, so this is years ago. A friend of mine was hosting an event, or she was part of hosting an event where she was going to auction off some of her art because she was an artist. And it was sort of like an art show. And I knew that her kids were going to go. And so I brought my son. And my son would have been around 3 years old, I'm going to say. Quite wild child, as you can imagine. You know, the chasing, the holding, the mess, the snacks, the whatever, right? Most 3-year-olds are quite crazy. But at some point, my friend said to me, I give you so much credit for taking him into public. Ouch.
Yeah.
That hurt.
That hurts.
And honestly, it still kind of hurts today that a friend of mine would say something like that. And the conversation in my head is, do you think that people with special needs should be locked up and not be in public? Or, you know, you think things like mother's eyes I've talked about before. Like, can't you see the passion and energy and joy in this little spicy little body who's just full of joy and running around? You know, like, can you not appreciate people for their divergence and their difference? And is he not accepted in places, right? Like, we've talked about being kicked out of places, and right? So at this event, honestly, I left in tears.
Yeah.
These are those vulnerable moments, and the things that people say. Like, I know my friend was trying to say, wow, you're really a great mom. Or, you know, you've got a tough go, right? Like, this kid's tough.
Yeah.
And there was credit she was trying to give me. But you can see how there's this like underlying pity or like this exclusionary meaning, right?
Yeah. And
those are the things that maybe she never thought twice that this hurt me. Have you been there?
I've been there. I have been there.
Have you been there? If you're a listener, have you been there?
You dear listeners. Yeah. I think everybody experiences platitudes.
Yeah. So the thing that she said wasn't necessarily, we're going to talk about platitudes, gratitudes, and attitudes. Okay.
Yep.
So I think the thing she said wasn't really a platitude, right? She was just kind of giving me, you know, like she's trying to say something. But we are going to talk about platitudes. So do you want to start? Should we define what a platitude is?
Yes. Let's define a platitude.
Let's define a platitude.
Do you want me to define it?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not going to talk in that accent.
Okay.
Platitudes are often considered hurtful because they can dismiss or invalidate real emotions, increase shame or guilt, and discourage openness. They may also lead to feelings of isolation and discourage individuals from reaching out for help. In situations like grief, where individuals may need more support and understanding, platitudes can exacerbate their emotional distress and hinder their ability to process their feelings. Instead of offering comfort, platitudes can create a cycle of unhelpful responses that perpetuate emotional distance and isolation.
All right.
That is the definition, guys.
Okay. So it's kind of like it's not helpful. Platitudes are not helpful. And
so when I get a platitude, I can't speak for you, but three things come for me.
Okay.
One is I immediately think this is not a person I can share my truth with. Switch the subject. Two, I think, okay, this person is closed off. They've got something that's maybe happened in their past, or there's ongoing pain in their life. They can't hear it.
They can't hear it. Yeah.
Or three, internally I'm screeching, or rage, if you will.
Did you say screeching?
Screaming.
No, screaming.
Screaming. And then
screeching. Maybe that's a new word because that's like
Screeching.
screaming and raging at the same time.
I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Scraging. Scraging. You were scraging.
I was screeching.
Okay.
I need you to hear me.
Yes.
This is real. And it happens all the time. That one, that's a frustrating one. Because I think I'm a pretty positive, happy person. Yes, I use dark humor to cope.
That's true. That's true.
But I like to laugh at ridiculous things because life is really hard at my house. And there's yelling all the time. There's things being thrown.
Empty threats.
Yeah, empty threats. There's spitting. There's unrelenting questions and words that are coming at me at rapid fire that I just don't understand.
Well, because we don't know what they're saying.
No, because they are nonverbal. There's poop in places. I wish that wasn't there. And there's things that need to be cleaned up that I just don't want to be cleaning up. And it's just my very real reality. So when I say something, I'm just needing to be heard.
Yeah,
right?
That's so real.
You just need to be heard.
Because you're saying something that's vulnerable, or you're having a situation that's vulnerable. Like you're in the middle of your kid melting down, you know? And when people say things, they're like, recently, I can't believe you do the things you do. Like, I can't believe you are still living with these kids, or I can't believe you take them into public, like things like that. And people say those things because they're trying to be nice. They're trying to say something. Yeah. And you're right. They don't necessarily know what to say. I've been on the other side of things.
We all do it.
Right. Where friends share something that's vulnerable. They're going through a rough time. And I've been the one to throw out the platitudes. We all do it.
Yeah.
And it's because, you don't know what to say. And it's usually someone that cares for you and they want you to feel better. So they'll say stuff like, well,
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Or, like so many times I've heard, like those boys are so lucky to have parents like you. Okay.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true. But
I mean, we're amazing,
also,
so that's obvious.
Don't you also think that they've made us into the parents we've had? Like,
yes,
I would say I get to parent 100% more than some other parents. I get to parent more.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Because we don't have a choice, right?
Yeah,
we know all the tricks, right? We have all the tools. We have tool bags full of strategies that we can pull out at any moment.
Yes.
Right? I mean, like the behavioral therapist that we had recently involved in our life was like, we should hire you to work at the Ministry of Social Services, or whatever, like be an interventionist. Yeah, because
we've been there.
We've been there.
Yeah. We
know all the tricks. So when people say like, oh, wow, they're so like, those boys were meant to have you. Like the whole God gives special children to special parents.
Or you wouldn't get this if you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, or God only gives you what you can handle.
At least it's not worse.
Guess what?
Or it could be worse.
It could be worse. We're falling apart.
Yeah. We are dealing with a lot on a daily basis.
Yeah.
They're here to teach us patience.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is our penance, right?
Just be grateful for those little things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. It'll all work out.
Yeah.
Should I keep going?
Well, often I hear, it could be worse. And yes. It could be worse. I've seen worse, it's intense. Yeah. We've been in situations where, you see poverty and you've seen despair and, we've seen people with being tube fed and we've seen people in really desperate situations. It could be worse.
Yeah.
But that diminishes the feelings that you're also going through, right? Because it's rough for us, or it could us or whoever's expressing their vulnerabilities. It's still very real, and by saying it could be worse is probably the worst thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah. It hurts.
Yeah. And what it does is it really shuts down, like what you were saying.
Just stop. I just stop.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what I said.
Yeah. You were saying that like you don't feel like you can trust them to, right?
Yeah.
To tell
Switch
your
the
story.
subject. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause you're like, oh, they don't care.
Exactly.
They don't know what to say. So it shuts down that grief.
Mm-hmm.
It rushes you past,
Yeah.
right?
And you were maybe in a moment where you needed to express yourself.
You just need someone to listen.
Yeah.
To say, I had a really bad day.
Mm-hmm.
This was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're telling a really bad story, it can make people feel really uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, I think I make a lot of people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, you've said that before. And so people just don't know what to say. So are we going to help people today say good things with new language?
Yeah, let's do that.
We could just start out. We could practice. So first of all, don't say God gives special children to special people. We are not special. We're just highly trained now.
Yep. Because we had to.
Because we had to.
Yeah.
We didn't have a choice.
We had to learn as we went, and we learned everything. I think that me and you both decided when we had kids that we needed to learn everything we could to help these kids be functioning humans and living their best life, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want for my kid, to be able to live his best life.
Right.
And I will help him however I can, for as long as I can.
And you know what? We did that. And then we became experts. And then we're still training people to be good with our kids. I'm still sending curriculum and teachable things from websites to people who work with our kids all the time.
All the time. Yep.
If you want one, you just let me know.
Your kid?
I'll send you
some information.
I'll send you information. Okay.
Or both, maybe.
All the tips and tricks. Let's talk about discomfort, what people can do when they feel discomfort. Because people don't know what to do with pain, or when someone they love is feeling discomfort. So what can you do? Who knows what I need?
You.
I only know what I need, right? So as a friend, what can you do to make when I'm feeling really you're feeling discomfort, but like I'm in pain.
I'm going to sit with you and just let you be what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to hear you.
You can hear me, but also maybe you could say, is there anything I can do to make it better?
Yes. How can I help you?
Yeah. What do you
feeling? Need right now?
What do you need?
What can I take off your plate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do to make it better?
What in this moment can I do for you?
What can I do for you? And I mean, that doesn't mean you have to do what I say.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. You can choose to or not to.
You can choose. You can say, you could even, that can become a negotiation then. But often, you just need to listen.
Yep.
Just nod.
I just got to get it out what I need to.
I hear you.
Got to get those words out.
So often then, because when people feel uncomfortable, they want to fix the situation, right? They want to give advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
When someone is in a bad place and they
don't want your advice. They're not hearing your voice.
No, they're going to shut down.
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't try to fix it.
And don't minimize it.
So let's talk about, because you and I are both in a situation where we're looking for housing for our sons, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going so well.
It's not. No.
There's minimal spots. Group homes are looking a little bit dicey. It's not.
We've got a vision for our kids.
Okay. So often this conversation comes up, right, with people, and they want to help. They want to fix it because we're expressing, we're really frustrated with the system.
Yep.
And we are desperate to have some breaks from our kids. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we necessarily need our kids to move out 100% all the time? No, we're still going to be in their lives. This
is one I have gotten asked to me when I have said, I want my son out, living his best life. And it comes back to me that I'm never going to see him again. But that's not what I'm expressing at all. Yeah. I am going to have him over all the time. But he's an adult and he needs to be on his own.
But also we're saying we are not giving them their best lives anymore.
No.
And people keep saying, oh man, those guys are so lucky they get to live with you and this is their best life. Well, we're done. Okay.
Yeah. And they're adults and they need to be adults.
They're being cared for by a depleted adult who wants to live a different life.
Yes.
So I mean, that's something that people always say, oh, have you thought of? Did you try this group home? Did you try this agency? Without understanding how the system might work, that we can't just approach all of these group homes and be like, hey, can my kid come here?
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
not
like
how it works.
secret underground mafia. Like
Or is there?
we can't pay someone off to like get a spot in a group home.
If you're that person.
Or like, oh, have you thought of getting together with parents and buying a house? How long did we do?
Yeah,
Remember?
we tried that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It didn't
we've
work.
tried
It
that.
fell through.
So trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Helpful, unless you have really great information, you're going to send us a website that we can look at when we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment when we're expressing our frustration with the system and with housing and how this is what we want for our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Fixing it, not helpful.
Ask yourself, is this helpful or hurtful?
Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it intelligent? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Have you did you think before you said that? That's the acronym for think. True, helpful, intelligent, necessary, kind.
Boom.
Did you think before you said those things?
I like it.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
No.
Or
Pity.
they minimize
your
pain.
Yeah.
Because if I said, yeah, we're really struggling, we're trying to find group home care for our kids, they might not understand what we're really trying to say. And what we're trying to say is, we're really tired.
We're exhausted.
We don't want to do this anymore.
We can't do this. We're getting older. Our bodies aren't the same as they were 20 years ago.
I want to have a different agenda. Yeah. So
I need to go out and not have to find a babysitter for my 19-year-old.
I know that we have to pay a lot of money for.
Almost 20. Yeah, you have to pay more money as they get older.
I know. They're not even that hard.
No. Just got to play some Pokemon.
But to the people that look after our children,
we
if
love
they're
you.
listening,
we love you so
they
much.
are amazing.
Please don't leave us.
Please. Then often the conversation might shift to this admiration from a distance, right? Where this like, you're so amazing. Oh my God, you're so great. It can sound kind and it's lovely to say, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job, but also, what do you need?
Yeah.
Well, how can I help?
You're going through it right now. You're doing awesome. What do you need right now in this moment?
Yeah, exactly. And I want to talk a little bit about this. Often when someone is pitying, like, oh, I feel so bad for you. You know,
that just leaves you with a feeling.
Well, also, it's giving you power to feel better about yourself because you feel bad for them.
Yes.
So if you want to be an ally, you have to move to that language that we're talking about, where instead of the platitudes, you say, let's say it again. Is there anything I can do?
How can I help you? What do you need right now?
What do you need right now?
In this moment.
That I might be able to help you with.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you can't help, that's okay too.
Yeah.
You can just listen and just,
Because I think we talked about this a while ago. When you just listen, when we've shared something and you just sit and listen, we now know you're a safe person.
Yeah. If I say negative things about my children, like if I tell stories that are shocking or you hear stories, they're not necessarily about the stories. People know I love my kids. Yep. You love your kid. We experience joy with our children. But in that moment, I don't need to hear, but look at all the great things that they are doing. And like, oh, but they're awesome. You know, you kind of just need to be like, yeah, sometimes it's tough.
Yep.
Yeah. I get a lot of toxic positivity.
Yes. Yeah.
Look
on the bright side.
My family.
It's going to get better.
And I know my family's listening, but we are almost the definition of toxic positivity. Do you want to talk a little bit about what toxic positivity is?
It's the idea that every hard feeling has to be reframed into something positive.
Right. That's going to help.
Yeah.
Like, always look on the bright side of life.
You have it so good. Take it away.
Okay, I got a story. I got a childhood story.
Yep.
So one time I got a bike for my birthday.
Ooh.
And it was, remember back in the 80s, I'm going to age myself now, but it had a banana seat that had sparkles on it.
Yep.
It was like white with purple sparkle things. It had all the cool,
handles.
it had all the things. Like it was like said something like,
made like a clicking noise.
I think it said angel on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, in like fancy writing with a sticker, with sparkles. Like it was so cool. White with big purple banana seat. Like so cool.
Mine was pink.
So cool. Yeah. And I think I started a bike gang. It was so cool. We'd sit in my tree house and ride around the neighborhood on our bikes. Anyway, my bike got stolen. And you know what my mom said?
Uh-oh.
I hope someone that took it needed it more than you.
Oh.
Sorry, Mom. That was the wrong thing to say. That's toxic positivity, right? Where you're trying to make the person feel better, right? That you're like, oh, maybe they did need it more than you, more than me. No,
but it doesn't make you.
It doesn't make you feel better, right? It doesn't help you get through the grief and the loss and the things that you're feeling in that moment. Doesn't work. Don't do it. So now we've talked about all the things about platitudes and how you can sort of get around
discomfort fixing, minimizing.
Now, as a parent, we go through lots of tough times, right?
Yes.
And you're not necessarily going to have staff to help out your kid, and you're going to be in those tough times, right?
Yep.
And I have mentioned this before, but we're going to talk now about resilience. Resiliency.
I love resilience.
I know. And it's so important because often people say, you need to be resilient. Good thing you're resilient, which not to diminish your pain that you've gone through. That is not part of it. You can still have resilience and acknowledge the pain that you've gone through.
Yes.
Okay. So that's not what it's about. A couple of years ago, well, actually quite a few years ago, the Autism Resource Center started a resiliency training group for parents. And I got to be part of it. It was the best thing I've done in my life. One of the best things I've done in my life is to join this resiliency group. And what we learned, first of all, is how to practice resilience. Okay. We learned all about happiness. We learned about the reason, why we're feeling this. At no time did anyone try to fix and say, you know what, getting rid of your child with special needs is going to solve everything. That was never part of it. So what we learned was to be resilient. The most important thing to have to be resilient is actually having a strong support network. That's what the research shows.
Yep.
But the other ways to practice resilience are exercising.
Yep.
Ironically, because it makes you happier.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
Yes.
Which we're going to get into. So practicing gratitude, moving those pity parties into gratitude. Performing random acts of kindness for people.
I love doing this one. Yep.
It makes you feel good. Makes the other people feel good. It's a win-win.
Sometimes when I'm really in it, I think, okay, you know what? I'm just going to find someone I can do something for.
Do you want to know what the hardest hit, the best feeling you'll ever do is? You write a letter to somebody that you care for that's done really nice things for you or that you really mentor, or like a positive letter. You write a letter, okay, to this person, and then you phone them or you read it to them out loud.
Well, you'd have to talking on the phone for that to work, but yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah, you don't like to. I often want to call you, and I'm like,
I like to leave my phone in opposite rooms and ignore it.
Yeah,
don't like my phone.
Okay,
but yes, okay, get back on it.
So the last one, the end, socializing with friends, like being social. That's helpful.
Community.
Helps community.
Yep.
But yeah, the most resilient people have people who have a strong support network. Now, if you're feeling like there's no way, my situation is so bad, I have these kids with special needs, I don't have enough money to hire people to look after them, blah, 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 pity party, you name it, fill in the blank. The research also showed about happiness is that 10% of your happiness is related to your actual situation that you're in. Only 10%.
Only 10%.
Yeah. The other is 40% of your happiness is your own choice.
I agree with that.
Your own choice to be happy or not. And 50% is genetics. So if you have bad genetics, you could have some mental health issues.
Interesting.
That's important. But only the point of it is that 10% is your actual situation.
Yeah.
So we're talking about some tough times where, our situation. There's no way that Jennifer and I, we complain, we commiserate.
Sure.
But we're happy.
Yeah.
Because we practice resilience and we're
absolutely.
super resilient, right? Yeah. So that's a little bit about resilience. And you have to practice it.
You do have to practice. It's like strength training.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to put on your mask first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take care of yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to look around, see all the things you're grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
You got to practice moving pity into gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get some friends. They're going to
Yes.
listen. You got to find your people.
Yes.
You got to.
And if you're trying to find those people right now, you've got us for right now.
That's right. We see
you.
you.
Can reach out to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I actually, when my kids were very young, both of them, we started gratitude journals every night. My son included. We would just write things. My one human still does this to this day, but my son, not so much. But I think that was very important when they were so little to try and teach the gratitude and looking for all the good stuff during the day.
Yeah. So many times I've been in groups, at work or something, and, people say, okay, let's say one thing we're grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
And people struggle with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, often they just say, I'm grateful for my family. I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful for food. I'm grateful, like the easy
Mm-hmm.
ones, right?
Yeah.
But if you really look at like, what are you grateful for in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or like, what is something that happened in your day that made you smile? Like maybe it was really bad, but just find that glimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Find those little sparks. That's super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our kids, speaking of gratitude, being grateful for our kids.
Yes.
Like, we talked about, I think it was our first episode when we were talking about all the positive things about playing the long game and how we get to play longer and we get to, we don't have to buy them cars because they're not going to drive. Like that's some dark humor.
Yes.
But it also is us being grateful and just being able to laugh through it, but also being like, yeah, I don't have to save for college, like I don't have to.
I do.
Well, you have to do for one kid, but only one.
Just only one
out of two.
One.
Totally. Or like, when you don't get sleep and then you get a good sleep.
Kim. What's that?
Okay.
Talk to me more
but
about the sleep, Kim.
If there's a time where you get a good sleep, okay, you wake up and I don't know about you, but me and my husband are like, wow, that was a really good sleep. Like we really revel in it.
The energy that comes from sleep.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like I revel in a really good sleep and I'm a sleeper. So I've had some good sleeps. Like I do sleep. But when you don't get that sleep, and then you get one, oh my goodness, it's so good. Mm-hmm. So revel in those good moments. Yeah. Right. Or those milestones, right? Like just yesterday was the first time. Usually my son, we've been working on tying shoes for, I'm going to say, well, probably since he was 5. So 20 good, lots of years. Long time. I just looked over and usually I can get him to tie one shoe now and I'll tie the other, or I have to retie both of them. And yesterday he tied both his shoes and they were awesome.
High five.
I know. High five. Woo. And those are moments of like, I like lived in a good feeling all day just because he tied his shoes.
I had a moment like that last night, actually. It started out really rough. I had a friend over. We were watching our show, funny show, and my son's switch timed out, or his phone or something, and he wanted more time, and I said no. And I could see it coming. I could feel it was about to get thrown, and I said, "Remember what happens when you throw your phone? It gets taken away."
And he remembered. No. Oh.
Let me finish, Kim.
Okay, sorry.
So he kept asking, and I kept saying, no. And then he threw it. And it was a bit of a race to get it. He got it first, so he got it again. And he's just being, it went into a funk. He threw it 3 times. And then it was bedtime. Oh, sorry. Well, eventually bedtime came, but he lost those electronics. And then we just sat. He went to his room, slammed the door, and then he came out and he sat with me. Well, the good part, I'm getting to it, was the next day. He had his phone taken away. And I get up in the morning to the loud noise of time to get up, guys. And he asks for his phone. And I said, oh, remember last night? what happens when we throw our phone? And that was it. He did not ask for it again.
He knew.
And when that bus came, he was already outside on the sidewalk.
Let's be grateful for that one.
I was, because I was expecting a really rough morning this morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Me too.
It was fantastic.
Because there was a field trip today, right?
Yes.
And I knew that my kid was the teacher was already texting us that he was not coming. He was already prepping, like, are you sure you're going to send this kid to school? Because he is saying, no, we're not going on this field trip. And he was sitting there eating breakfast and the bus showed up and he goes, the bus. And he ran outside.
Nice.
And I was like,
small moments.
We didn't put deodorant on. We didn't get socks on. I didn't care.
No.
Have a great time.
I don't think mine brushed his teeth this morning.
No, we don't.
No.
I don't think brush their
something
teeth
we
at
worry
school.
about in the morning.
Okay, let's move to tips and tricks,
Yep.
which we've already kind of talked about. But we're going to give you some language again. This is a little bit different because we've already kind of told you about some tips and tricks throughout. But we're going to say, like, one of us is going to say the platitude, and then the other one is still hurting. So how you could potentially respond when you're the person. Okay.
Yep.
So if I was to say to you, man, I don't know how you do it some days.
Neither do I some days. I do it because my child needs me.
It's a good one. Or if I'm trying to say, yeah, well, everything happens for a reason.
Maybe, but that doesn't help me through a meltdown in a grocery store.
Right. So then I could say, what does help you in a meltdown in the grocery store? Because next time.
And now you started a conversation.
I started a conversation, right? I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
So if people say,
you're so strong.
Yeah, you're so strong, or you're the best. You're such a great parent. I mean, it is nice to say that.
Thank you.
You should say thank you.
But I am tired.
But I'm also done. Right? You still need them to hear.
Yeah.
Don't diminish it because I'm also struggling. Right? So what could you say instead of saying everything happens for a reason?
Good try. That sounds really hard. I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, so instead of when people say, oh, wow, you guys are so strong. You're the best parents. Like, why would you want your kids to be raised somewhere else? Like, they have it the best here.
Yeah. You could instead say, you shouldn't have to carry all of this alone. What can I take off your plate?
Yeah. Or what could go off your plate so that other people could,
Instead of saying at least, just you don't minimize it. Say that sounds exhausting.
I don't know if you guys hear. Jennifer and I are exhausted. Yeah. And also that, like, just don't say that God gives special kids to special parents, because that's not true.
Just say your child is deeply loved, and you deserve support too. Yeah. Yeah. You could ask about what support they have. Do they have community?
Instead of saying, you should be happy that your kids don't have to fill in the blank, which we do use that as dark humor. You can say,
you can love your child completely and still have hard days.
Yeah. And also when people are saying, you're so lucky you don't have to pay for college. We say, yeah, we are lucky, but they're also saying, we now need to respond with, it must be hard. I can't imagine. It must be really hard. Right? It must be really hard. Okay. So I hope we've given you some tips and tricks. We've shared our vulnerabilities and our stories.
I think the biggest thing is just to listen.
To listen. Yeah, exactly.
And if you're in a place to say, how can I help you? Or what can I take off your plate?
Yeah, exactly.
Then say it. So if you are a parent living this, please hear this. You're allowed to be grateful and exhausted. You're allowed to celebrate your child and still grieve what is hard. You are allowed to love your life and still wish parts of it were easier. You do not have to turn every painful moment into a lesson. You do not have to make your family story inspirational for other people. You do not have to earn compassion by sounding positive enough. Your child is not a platitude, your family is not a slogan, and your truth is allowed to have more than one feeling in it. We see you, we've been there, we are still right here, in it with you. follow us on all your socials. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.
And share your stories with us. Email us. We want to hear from you.
Reach out to us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.